I didn't think I was going to make it online tonight. I've been trying to get this webcam to work because I realized that Winston is the money maker here as the oh, you're gonna wake up for us, huh? In the BeagleCam, this is Winston the Wonder Beagle. Yay! This is Auburn Wonder coming to you with a little tutorial kind of thing. Tonight's plan is to have my oakensorc, which is this character right here, get Ember and Isobel as a companion. And in the hopes that a couple people are going to log into this, I'm going to type something up in the chat real quick for everybody to see. There, now that I've confirmed that my webcam is still working, yay! So we're gonna take, oh, first we gotta do some basic stuff like she maybe needs to not have her crafting build on. So let me fix that. It's nice having this armory station when you have a fairly new character and you don't, even though she's CP level, she doesn't have enough skill points for everything. So I can have a crafting build for her and a go out and kill things build. So she has not been to High Isle before, so this is going to be exciting. There are two places we need to go to get Isobel and Ember. Isobel is going to be over here in the castle area, and Ember is up here. Winston, what are you doing, buddy? You're going to show everybody that you're actually not a stuffed doll? Awesome. Got a little itch there. Good boy, Winston. So we're going to travel into our house in High Isle. Hey, duck! Aub stream time. I like that. I should start using Aub as like a prefix for everything. Like, tonight we're going to do an Aub dungeon. That doesn't really work. An Aub... Nah, I think Aub stream is about the only one that works. You're right. Nice job. So here we have our little home. I don't know, why is it so green? I must have one of those shard things hanging. Oh, I think I put it up in the rafters. Makes everything sort of the color of lime jello. Lime jello. Oh, Winston's talking. I don't know if you can hear him, but he's busy making his bed. Duck, this is the sound that you are used to hearing him make, and now you can see the action that goes along with it. So I couldn't get my webcam to work, couldn't get it to work. Finally I thought, okay, maybe I need to send it back and try another one, but thought I'll try it on my laptop first. And of course it worked just fine on my laptop, and I think being connected to a Mac, it just got scared, and as soon as I plugged it back into the Xbox, it worked fine. So apparently my Macintosh jolted it into reality. Isn't that right, Winston? Yeah, good yawn, buddy. Good yawn. Spin cycle activated. Oh, what does that even mean? Returning to, oh, notes.
Get your greedy
Okay, so here we are. I don't even have this way shrine.
Over here, I can
now
use your
we
help.
have to go over this way. I'm just going to put a general marker somewhere over by this bridge so I don't get lost. And let me check my champion points to make sure I have some of them into going fast. And actually, my chances of running into treasure are pretty slim. So we're going to put War Mount on. She doesn't have a lot of stamina yet. Poor thing. Alright. Generally heading west. It's been a long time since I've had to leave this town. On this way. So I did a stream earlier this week on how to get the other two companions. We're just going to take this route. How to get the other two companions, Bastion and Miri. And I felt a little bit like Ruby Rod in Fifth Element. It was like not my best episode. It just didn't pop, you know what I mean? So I'm hoping that this one is green, green, green. And I'll try to be more useful. That's what I'm going to go for, useful.
Well,
A shout out to another guild tonight. Of course, there's always Architects of Inspiration that has been very supportive of me getting started on a I almost said a twitching career. I don't know. Do I really want to say it that way? I guess it's not twerking, but still. Architects of Inspiration have been very helpful, and my PvP guild, Blindside, I sent them a note today letting them know I was going to be on Twitch, and several of those joined up right away too, so that's great. Just doing a flyby here to pick up this crafting station. Ooh, I see a wish round. Sunflowers. So we're going to get Isobel first. I'm not going to drag you through all of her dialogue and stuff like that, but I do like both of the quests for getting Isobel and Ember. Isobel is a knight wannabe, and she goes on these quests in order to finish out her application, if you will, to become a knight. I have Isobel all leveled up with some of my other characters. I like running her as a tank.
I heard the daughter is so
And here
distraught
we go.
she's refusing to leave her room.
Yes. So right near the way
exciting.
shrine for Castle
Scandalous.
Navari,
No doubt Isobel is
whatever you
beside
call it.
herself. Poor girls.
You'll find this foppish character.
What brings you to our tourney ground?
And
If you
We're
help
off.
Isabel win the tournament,
I get to
she
talk.
What do you
could
want?
agree to marry Aurelia, then free her from the shortest engagement in history.
So, what can you do with companions? Well, they're companions, so you can take them with you almost everywhere. They won't go into PvP zones. They won't go
Don't worry,
into
sweetheart. I'll
Cyrodiil
figure something out.
battlegrounds,
I'm
Imperial
sorry.
City.
Apology. Well,
You
normally
also
the eight must
can't
have me
take
in there.
them
The people of the
into,
sisters. They're marshals
um,
somewhere on these lands. Let's meet up at the castle library in the night.
Can't
Go on.
take
I'll
them
catch up with you at
into
the
the
castle's
solo
library.
arenas like
It's easy to find.
Vadashran
Big room,
or
full
Maelstrom.
of books. Can't miss it.
You're going to
But
help
you
us.
can
The eight bless
use
you.
them in place of a real player for 4-person and 12-person content, dungeons and trials and stuff. Are they as good as a real person? Well, that depends on how good your real person is, but generally speaking, a real person will be better than your companion by a long shot. But, you know, sometimes it's just nice to go someplace by yourself, or maybe there's only 2 of you and you just want somebody around to take a little bit of the heat off. Or do some healing.
There you are. Let's see
Oh
if we
yeah,
can
run
unearth
around,
the
read
past,
things.
shall we?
I remember this.
Find anything promising? Let's chat. People left books open all over the place. How rude.
And I just,
The
you
book was
know,
already
I'm
open.
CDO,
I
which
bet my
is
old second.
OCD
Let's
in
see.
alphabetical
Well, in my
order the way it
defense,
should
aren't
be.
really I'll see you there.
So I
Each of
just
the
like
captains have
finishing
their-
things,
That's
getting little check marks next to stuff. just about everything except that absolutely ridiculous card game. I don't want to yuck on anybody else's yum. If you like cards, that's just fine. I know OG Cryptor, who heads up the Casually Xbox Guild, good friend. He loves playing Tales of Tribute. Better him than me. Where is this ruin? Ugh, I almost called it the Duck Fart Ruin. It's the Dufort Ruin, but it could be the Duck Fart Ruin. A little shortcut here to the Way Shrine. Hey, Bliss, I see you're hanging out in here too. Thanks so much for joining. We got to get a couple more people from the guild to join tonight, or anybody, actually. I'm trying to hit affiliate status. I'm happy to say that I'm up to 23 followers. I need 50 in order to be considered for an affiliate. But I also need to average 3 viewers in my live streams. Rustle up a couple more people. That would be just awesome.
Madame Valois, you're too late. I'm here first. You cannot pass through.
I guess.
I've had this,
Sorry, Isobel.
quest glitch on occasion.
Hurry up, will you, lad?
Not at this
I'll need
point in it,
sustenance
but later
forthwith.
on.
You don't have much time to make me a meal.
Pretty sure that Isabel's path is around the corner.
Here it is, just like I remembered, by the curved tree. The ruin should be at the top of the rise.
Oh, fine, I'll stop and kill a few things. Oh, I'm running around with Bastion as my companion. Okay, there's gonna be a little sword hilt over here. Stuck in a stone. Alright.
Come on, let's
This
get out of here
is
before
the part
Langley
in
and
which
Virgil
I have
arrive.
sometimes
Careful there, Squire.
had it glitch.
Don't let the branches snap back. You've scratched
I'm
my
gonna do
armor.
my best to actually follow her and not get ahead of her.
That group must be around here.
Because sometimes
Get to work.
if you jump down here too fast,
I'm not
then
sure it's chivalrous of me,
she
but I hope that ours
disappears.
wastes the rest
She'll
of the day
reappear,
looking
but you
for
can't
that
get a
hilt.
talk marker
We
on
did it! I am 8 above help. No, thankfully. We can meet up at the
So there are
Navier
3
Chapel.
parts to this
The entrance
quest,
to
and
the
you have to
catacombs is in
choose
there.
each one of them. Hey, I'm gonna go get that nice juicy way shrine. That's up. Well, let's go to the right and we'll go around. Come close enough to this world boss to add him to our map. We'll even poke our head in and see if anybody's in there. Anybody in there? Oh yeah, sure. Nope. They don't die.
I'm getting my ass kicked.
Oh, sorry, Bastion. Yeah. I don't really have a heal on this build that'll help him out. Alright. Sable Knight is dead. Acquisition of fun things. Alright, where was I going? Squirrel! To this way shrine. That's what I was Okay, let's see if I can run and check my chat list. Yay! Alrighty. Now, back to what I was doing. What was I doing? Oh, yeah, we're getting that 73 gold and traveling. Nice shot of Twilight Butt here, for those of you who don't get enough Twilight Butt in your usual questing. Good boy, Winston. Winston's also a good companion. And he doesn't make really ridiculous chat like these companions do.
Hey, give me
There are plenty of
strength.
reasons to hate
Of all
on
the
these
sneaky,
companions. They do
dishonest-
yammer a lot. The one thing, and I think I mentioned this last night, handy little trick that somebody else told me about. When you go into your options and go to gameplay, you can cursor down a bit, and one of your choices is companion reactions minimal. You can make them chatty, or you can shut them up most of the time. The only time I don't do that is if I'm running Ember.
I hope not.
Then
Yes,
I'll
let's split up. I still
then I'll
can't-
change
I
it.
mean, they're not. Yes,
'Cause I
I'll
really
be
love her
honest.
chatter. It's kind of.
Let's meet back inside the chapel. The
We'll talk
catacombs
more about
entrance
that
is down
later.
the
After
stairs.
I get these companions, I'll walk you through some of the things you can do with them and how to get them leveled up. Both their abilities and their rapport, which are two different things and have two different functions. Not to sidetrack, what's that first skill on your bar X?
Oh,
That would be the
Mother.
pulsar.
How could you do
I
this to me?
was just leveling it up, and it's leveled now. But because I'm just doing easy stuff right now, a lot of
Thank
times
you for
the
assisting,
trash
Isabel.
that I'm killing is
I'm
pretty easy
so
to take
grateful
out,
to you
and I
both.
just fire a
Pirate
pulsar.
Mortons came- Oh,
off at them.
one of she and I have been friends.
It's the other morph. I think most people go with the what's the option? Ring. It's the other option of impulse.
If you don't, and I'm looking for a posting.
Oh yeah,
More
we're
info.
paying the 69 to make that a shorter thing. Anything I can loot in here? Bookshelves. This character hasn't been in here before, so forgive me for reading a few bookshelves. You may have noticed that when I read those books, I got a little rapport increase out of Bastion. He likes it when you read books. But one of the things I'll show you or talk about later is what things you can do to get rapport faster. Because a lot of the little things like reading books and stuff like that, you only get, I think it's like 5 rapport points for. But there are some things that you can get 125 points in towards rapport. So that works out so much better. What do you mean you've never seen that one? Because nobody uses Pulsar? Is that what you're saying? I just like to mess around with morphs. In fact, just yesterday on my Nightblade, I finished getting all of the remaining morphs on her Destro staff. So she now has all abilities leveled up on both versions of the morph, both morphs, on every single skill.
I hope you've
She
had
got
better
bored.
luck than I did. The stewards were no help at all. Alright, let's see if we can find that fancy loot. Sir Brenville probably made it deep
Okay.
into the crypts.
Oh yeah.
These catacombs have been built up
Is
over
this the
generations.
musician guy?
Might be a bit twisty
Oh, yeah.
down here.
I remember this. Sorry, Cree, if you ever watch this. There are spiders. So there's a guy in here who locked himself in, got lost, needs his sword. Sure do hope I'm picking the right paths here, because I haven't been paying much attention. Oh, there it is, right next to that super big spider. Free, don't look! Go lion, go lion, go lion. Give me that sword. Alright, now we have to go back to the guy who's stuck in the room. So all of these other knight aspirants that you run into doing this quest show up later and typically have some funny dialogue. About how it wasn't their fault, they couldn't finish it. If you like that kind of thing.
I'll pass it to you.
And then we have to go back to go get the loot. Here's a little music trivia for you.
I've never been this far into the catacombs.
Loots, if not still, at least originally, had 11 strings. And one of the reasons why music staffs, or staves if you prefer, which are not destro staffs or resto staffs,
They say that
but music staves had 11 lines and the 11 strings of the. But that's a lot of lines to keep track of, and so typically the middle one was sort of rubbed out so that you count the lines better. Alright. We're gonna kill this Mad Baron. I think he's already dead. I think we're just deading him some more.
There's a Renvale man.
And to pick up the dead crumbs, not talk to her. And there's our loot.
I think that's the loot. Uh-oh, we got it.
And then you have two options.
Let's get out of here.
You can leave the catacombs really fast, or you can go slowly and listen to this guy, the spirit, who's going to talk all the way out and tell a pretty nice tale about how he got the loot and how he's glad to be dead now. Winston, all this excitement getting to you?
Fresh air. Those catacombs were musty as a crypt. Not quite how I imagined. Good. Okay, night. I'm guessing I'll meet you near the old lake shrine.
Now we have to go get the. I'll get there fast enough. Riding. I can get off this hill. Wait, where am I going? Oh. Why are there all these dead things here? Oh! Just looking at my streaming info and almost ran my horse into the water. Funny!
So we have a... Right. I suppose in this... I think they...
Well, let's see. I guess we could look for the Wizard's Grotto in the convenient place that they marked on our map for it. Seems like a good start, doesn't it? Who put these rocks here? Oh, let me get this eyeball. Ordinarily, I would stop and kill the bear. I don't like killing bears as a general rule. I think they're usually just minding their own business and occasionally scratching their backs on trees. But you know that achievement you get for getting bits and pieces of various monsters? Well, achievements. It's under character. And I still do not have the gnarled bear claw. Nor do I have the troll bit or the ogre bit. Or, not ogre, gargoyle. So, every time I see a bear, I feel like maybe this is the one!
Feed us here.
Yeah, that never works.
Get behind me, squires. Snag was here first. Ha!
Oh yeah.
We arrived at the
So
same
the-
time, you simpering
Got
buffoons.
Twilight.
Well, you're still too late. A wizard's magic is no match for the strength and honor of this aspirant. For honor!
Alright, so he tried that.
All right. Seems like the direct approach won't work here.
Didn't work.
I'm sure I can get this barrier open.
Waiting. Yep. And she got turned into a cat.
Willabrew doesn't go easy on aspirants, it seems.
So, the only tricky thing about this is that you need to
I think
examine
the trick to this is the
pillar
pillars themselves.
and not
A cat's
touch
paw.
the barrier, although touching the barrier just results
You'll hurt your...
that.
Oh, no. I sound like my mother.
Like it's a game over sort of thing.
Look at
But
that
it
branch
also won't
there.
help you finish the quest.
Representing Spriggans, maybe? A bird. Looks like a forest heron, perhaps. In the tail. I've seen it.
Right, and now we're off to get stuff.
Here.
Just like grocery shopping. See? What did I say? They're always just like scratching their backs against them. Makes me want to talk like Yogi Bear. But I can't. I will, however, kill this one. So, let's see if I can find this heron's feather, because there was a color problem with it. Nope, I see it now. The first time I came over here to get this, I swear that marker was like under the ground. I spent a very frustrating time trying to get a feather. I even tried killing herons to see if that would work. On a load screen there.
Cat's paw. Beautiful.
Don't touch the barrier. Don't touch the barrier.
Majestic birds. Right up until you're cleaning scat off the docks. That did it!
All right.
Can you talk to him? I'm all sweaty.
Oh, hello then. Oh, yes, yes, yes. I
Alright,
hoped it would
so
be
this
her.
guy is,
She
I don't know,
remembered the tale of course not.
part man, part
Off
wood.
you go then. Oh no,
that didn't
come
sound
here, lass. No need to dawdle near the door like you're still a squire.
Before we leave this kind guy's house, we're
Thank
going
you,
to take
you old
everything we
goat.
can, because
Still thinking
not
of me all
stealing.
these years later.
And actually, we're not stealing the staff from him after all. He's going to give it to us. All right. Staff out around the back. Ooh, sky shard. before I get too far away.
We've got the staff. All that's left.
We will go to the tourney pavilion, but not until we get that sky shard. Bastion, get away from me. It's my sky shard. Bad Bastion. Alright. Okay, as long as it's cheap, I'm gonna do that. So I mentioned earlier we'll talk a little bit about how to level companion skills and their rapport. The equipment and skills that... Oh, here's a place I really like. I wish there'd be some actual activity you could do here with jousting. I kept thinking the quest would involve something like that, but no such luck. You can just ride around and pretend you're jousting. I do not want to joust that cat.
Isabel, you saved me.
Anyway,
I
squirrel.
better go and take
What was
my
I talking
I think
about?
my nerves let me walk
Equipment
in.
and skills.
Follow
So,
me. The sooner we start, the
the
sooner
equipment
it's
and
over.
skills that you put on a companion, let's say that they stick to the companion. I think that would
Lords
be the
and
best way
ladies,
of referring to
men and
Um,
mer,
if you pick that companion up with another character, they're still going to have the
Lady
same
Isobel
equipment and skills on them that
Let's get
the
things started.
companion had when they were with their other.
Proceed, madam. Your second.
Well, I want to present the hilt, but you have to shut up so I can do it.
Together, we found the hilt
up.
of Blade Redheart, lost in a battle long ago. This we present to
There we
the Order of the Iron Knot.
So this is her knighting
done,
ceremony.
Aspirant Valois.
However,
To
if you
the
want to
Order
play
of the
dress up
Albatross,
with
we
your
present the
companions
gilded lutes
and put
of
them in
Sir
various
Grenville.
costumes or equipment and color it so it matches what you're doing and color their horse, or not color their horses, but change their
The
mounts so they
lute
get
of gold did gather mold,
mounts
lost
that
for many
match you.
years. cannot
Those
lie,
change
Grenville did
based on
die,
whichever character you're
tripping
using.
on a tomb.
So if I have Bastion dressed, where is Bastion? If I have Bastion
Finally,
dressed
we present
like this,
the Oaken
which I
Order
think
with the
is
staff of the
sailor
Wild
outfit.
Woods. After solving the wizard Erlebru's puzzle,
If I pick him up with a different character and they have him looking like he's all decked out in heavy armor, that will change.
The Oaken
But
Order
the
commends you,
equipment
Aspirant.
and the skills,
Aspirant
ability
Valois,
level will
claiming all 3 trophies makes you
Psycho!
the champion of the
Psycho!
Sapphire Tourney.
Psycho's
Come,
here.
You have earned a boon from your commander.
Hi, Psycho.
From this day forward, you are a knight of High Isle. Be brave, courteous,
Sweet.
loyal, and act with honor. Arise, Dame Isabel Valois.
Lord Commander, I know what my boon will be. You may know as
Psycho
well.
is in the chat.
Please release Aurelia
building.
from the
Howdy,
promise you
Psycho.
made.
Done
Allow
any
her
speed
to make her
crafting lately?
own choice to marry or not, as she sees fit.
I cannot deny such a selfless boon.
Nice chair, by the
Aurelia
way.
is free to make her own choices, within reason.
Although, as an Argonian, I keep feeling like
Thank
you're
the
just going to
ain't.
turn around and start
Dame
eating it.
Isabel, I am deeply impressed.
Or do
I wish to
Argonians eat
speak with you
insects?
and your second. Find me in my office at your
I guess they
convenience.
eat like bugs and worms and stuff because they always have those worm baskets laying around.
Yeah.
5 minutes of fame. You are entitled to so many more than 5 minutes of fame, Psycho. right, so we're almost done getting Isobel. That only took 36 minutes of our life. I'm sure it would go faster if you were focused on it and not multitasking like I am.
You did well, Isobel. It seems as though your second was a great boon to you today. Second, step forward. I'd like to speak to you.
She was amazing.
I've known Isobel, Dame Isobel, for, well, I believe.
What a nice ring to it.
So now
They're
you
far
witness
more
her
than a
becoming
mere second,
Dame
Commander.
Isobel Valois. Yes, it's French.
What a think. I still can't. I've been thinking.
All right.
If you'll excuse me, I have to get my things.
So now
wanna
I
get
have
ready
her
for
as a
adventure.
companion, and if
I'm
I
sorry,
wanted
Mother,
to
but you
avoid
didn't
talking
break
to
your
Bastion,
word. And I
I
didn't
could
get
talk
stuck
to
having
Isobel.
breakfast across from Morton's or Langley. Ugh.
I think things have turned out just the way they should have. Just be ready to see Isobel less often, dear.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to
page
get out of
has
here
turned on our
anyway,
little
so I might as well
story.
just do that now. So before I
There
go
was some
get
kind of
Ember,
cult, they say,
I'll
right beneath the king's
show you a
castle.
little bit of
Call
what
them
I'm
the
talking about with the abilities and equipment, skills, stuff like that. So I'm gonna call up Isobel. I have to put her on my wheel. Allies, companions. Assign Isobel over here. Have I mentioned I'm OCD? So I always put my allies in the same spot for each of my characters. And I always put Bastion and Miri up here because they're the first two that were available. And of course I have them in alphabetical order, B and then E, which is why I have Ember and Isobel down here. And they're all in the diagonal spots, and my banker and merchant are up and down. Armory, because that's first alphabetically, and smuggler, because that's last. Yeah, so sorry. CDO. All right, so now I'm going to call up Isobel. They occasionally appear without any clothes on. It's very disturbing.
What would
Okay,
you ask of
so
me?
there are a couple things you can check out with them. Talking about your
I'm at your service,
partnership
of course.
will let you
Stand
know
by
how they're
willing.
feeling
Our
about you,
adventures have
but you
only
can
just-
actually check that
How can I
by
help?
checking the companion menu, and under overview, you can see what the rapport status is. The other thing you
Ready
can
to
get
write the
from
next
talking
chapter?
to them,
Of course.
when
What
you
did
say,
want to
tell me
discuss?
something about
I've
yourself,
always had a bit of a sweet
you'll
tooth.
get hints as
I
to what
grew
they
up
might
eating
like or
saltwater
dislike in
taffies
the
at
game.
High Isle.
She
And to
likes
this
saltwater
day, it's a
taffies and
guilty
actually
pleasure I
anything
allow
sweet.
myself from time to
So
time.
if you are making crafting and you make some sugar skulls or whatever, you get some bonus points from those.
My blade is yours.
In the companion menu, you get their equipment. And again, because this sticks to the companion, this is all stuff that she was wearing the last time I had her out with a different character. So she's set up as a tank with all bolstered equipment and sword and shield. Same thing with her skills. Much like your own character, you get class skills and weapon skills, armor skills, guild skills, and then racial. The racial are ramped up. You don't have to put skill points into anything, but you have to level them. And everything levels just a little differently. There are class abilities that you can assign, but actually, whether or not you have them on the companion's skill bar, it doesn't matter in terms of increasing their class level. Their class level increases when their combat level increases. And if you could see it, but it's behind my webcam. In the lower right corner, it will give you the combat level. And the combat level is based on the experience points that you gain while you have the companion active, but only experience points you gain from kills. So getting experience from doing crafting or anything else will not transfer over to the companion. So you need to kill stuff if you want their combat level to increase. For the weapons, you just have to have them equipped. Again, having particular weapon abilities on the bar doesn't seem, I might be wrong, but I don't think it affects how fast their weapon abilities ramp up. I think they just have to have it equipped. With the armor skills, you need to have 5 equipped to get the line. And I'd actually have to check. I think you can still level it up. Wait a moment. You know, I don't know that I know, because I usually just put on all 7 of whatever style I'm ramping up and do it that way. But you definitely have to have 5 to unlock the line. There are 2 ways to get the guild levels up. One of them is doing the Fighters Guild dailies, the Magus Guild daily, and the Undaunted, that would be the Bulgrel, the Delve daily. Every time you do one, they get 1 point. So 10 days of doing that, or fewer days if you're running them with multiple characters, and you can level all those up pretty quickly. But if you're really bored by doing those, you can also wait until there's an event active and then go to the impresario, and they sell what I believe are called guild recommendations, or commendations, Fighters Guild commendations. And you have to spend event tickets on it, but then that will level up that companion by 1 point. I find them pretty quick to do, especially if you have a character who's trying to level up their guild skills. You might as well just pull out your companion and level those up on the way. So that's how you level up all the abilities. I'll talk more about the rapport stuff after we go grab Ember. Ember is, I think, universally accepted to be the most fun companion of all. Most of them complain about things like stealing or using the Blade of Woe, stuff like that. Ember, she doesn't like the Blade of Woe, I don't think. Well, at least she doesn't come. I'll check on that. I know she doesn't mind going to the Thieves Guild. You actually get bonus points going into outlaw refuges. She loves that. She loves it when you steal stuff from guards. She likes it when you trespass in a building that you're not supposed to be in. She doesn't like it if you get caught at anything like that. And also, if you happen to have the big-eared ginger kitten that you get from one of those public dungeons where you get pieces of it. Oh, as long as I'm here, I'm just going to grab this. Forgive my squirrel. Just going to turn this in because this is quick money. Read a piece of paper. Talk to the person.
You're new. Oh, you misunderstood. Curiosity.
Tell me more.
We've been having issues with.
And, I didn't do enough talking.
Oh, you misunderstood. Curiosity.
Sometimes all right, I'm
the
ready.
Easy.
Complete quest. There.
Remember,
easiest 362 gold you can get. But if you have the big-eared ginger kitten, you can pull it out. Excuse me while I whip this out. And every day that you pull it out, Ember will say very cute things about it and give you extra rapport. She talks about its adorable big ears. Where am I going? What am I doing? Where am I going? I'm going up that way. Yeah, I'm going. To get Ember. Hey, thanks, new viewers. I see we have more people in here. That's marvelous. You guys are breaking my average so that I have more than 3 viewers. Awesome. We're gonna make this work. Because after I'm done hitting everybody up for following me, then once I get 50 followers and qualify for affiliate status, I'm gonna be asking all of you who have Prime Gaming on Amazon to use your free subscription to subscribe to me. I have short attention span right now, so I think this is my turn. Turn off. Is this the bridge that has a sky shard under it? Yes. Going swimming. I would like to point out to ESO that horses can swim. Don't hit your head. Sorry, but sometimes you just have to admire the beauty of a bridge.
Get away from me, stupid thing!
Do I talk to this guy to get Ember? Or is he the other one?
Steer clear of Tor Drayok's strength.
Oh, he's the one.
No.
And yep, and now you find Ember. And don't worry about finding him in this particular place. He seems to like pop up everywhere, and if you ride along this road, he just seems to like come at you every 10 seconds. All right. Where was that marker for Ember? Now I'm in a tree. Ah. There she is.
Get back here, you
So Ember's currently sort of a student, but she is,
I hope
she
I
doesn't
was
really
explain-
like
I need to
authority.
Mostly they serve to keep errant ma-
Yeah. She's the only companion that I gave a place in my primary residence to because I don't mind seeing her wandering around in what I consider to be dark blue satin lounge pajamas.
Here we are. I'm going to cast a little purifying spell
house
while you place the crystal so nothing disturbs. That's one ward restored. Let's go fix the next one. It's in the glade just west of here.
Probably would leave cat fur everywhere, but I guess that would Oh, did I overshoot my target? No. Oh. Sky shard.
Oh, you're a natural.
Oh,
Maybe
this
you
is the
should
one
have
that's
been
up above.
Magister Iren's apprentice.
Thank you, Isabel, for filling in the red dot. Don't fall off. One of the few things that does disturb me about Ember, wolves are another thing I'm not particularly fond of killing. They just remind me too much of dogs. So, you know, call me sensitive, call me a snowflake, I don't care. That's just how I feel about animals. But you do get rapport from Ember whenever you kill anything that's wolf-like or jackals, I think, anything like that. She takes a little bit too much pleasure in it. There's very little that she does not like, except fishing. She does not like fishing. She also enjoys a good battle.
This is the last one.
Instead of some of the
Let's get this
comments
over with
that the
quick.
other
That's all the wards. Let's talk outside. I
that
need
the
to figure
other
out what to do
companions make about, you know, oh, they chose their path and oh, high and mighty things. She's like, wow, is it over? Or, great, I've been wanting to try out this spell.
I know my role. I'm
She
not
embraces
sure. Yes.
damage dealing.
See if you can find anything in the tower about the moats. I'll meet you there and start on the traps.
So what are other folks doing tonight?
This is ridiculous.
You've got a
I mean,
sec
make
to
it
tell me in
Erin
chat
should
what you're
never
running
have taken
around
in a
and up
mangy
to?
cat like you.
I would like to know.
Relax, Huldressa. I'm
Because you know I
working
can
on
find
it.
out,
You better.
but I'm being polite. Am I going up? I'm going up. Wait, didn't I get rid of my Twilight? Oh, I must have hit it in the last.
You in here? Did you find anything useful about the moats?
Doo-doo-doo. Going away. They're so
I
dramatic. when you-
finished the traps.
when you
Once we... Oh,
put
the
them
traps
away.
are finished. Here, I'll mark. Good luck setting up the traps. I'll meet you by the livestock pens when you're finished.
Okay. Nobody's doing anything? Nobody has something to tell me about what they're doing? Psycho was just stalking me, so at least I know what he was doing. I kind of like being stalked. Can I just say that out loud? I kind of like being stalked. I mean, in a good. I've spent too much time in Cyrodiil. I tried jumping my horse for everything. Ah, here's another one that has sometimes glitched. So these people think they're chickens.
All right, let's get you two back to your regular... You're back! The traps worked, didn't they? I made some.
And
Normally I would... Here,
Thing.
just look around. It sounds cute when you say. Well, they're still animals. They might run around a bit, but I doubt they'll make it too difficult
okay.
for you. I'll be in
I'm
the
gonna
tower working
turn
on the
off
counter spell.
Isabel, 'cause
Come
I
find me when you're done.
feel like sometimes having a companion that likes to attack things is part of the problem. So we have to restore these sheep. What I've sometimes had happen is the one who runs away vanishes and I can't find them. Stop hitting me. I'm looking for cows. Cows? Cows. Oh, they both ran. Come back here. Cow. Is that the other one? Do I see him? Alright. Psycho is doing a survey backlog. Oh, don't I know that feeling. I don't end up with near as many of them as some of y'all do. But of course, because I'm OCD, I actually have a checkoff list online in a Google Doc. Oh, I lost track of where I was going. I have a checkoff list where I mark down whether I have treasure maps, survey maps. Oh, this is Ultras. I didn't recognize her in this Guar skin. Treasure maps, survey maps, or antiquities to scry in particular zones. It comes in handy when you're OCD, because if I find myself having to go to a particular zone to do something, do a delve quest or something like that, then I will also check to see if I have surveys or treasure maps in that area, and then I'll grab them out of my bank. This way I don't always have to look in my bank, run a search, try to figure out. Hey, here's a clever tip on surveys and treasure maps. If you're looking in your bank to see which treasure maps and survey maps you have, you can enter the letters SUR, and those letters are in both the word treasure and the word survey, and they will conveniently show you all of your treasure and survey maps.
The good news is that I've never, because if the magister, once we
and I think I tried using map as well, and I feel like there were other things that kept turning up under that, which is why I chose to use SUR instead. I remember a friend of mine who didn't realize that all you had to do to get a survey map to, wait, oh, is that, wait, what? Where am I going? Huh? Why do I have a marker out here? I don't think it's out here. I'm losing my mind. Okay. You know what? I think that says below. Nobody told me this would be challenging. Was I saying something positively interesting and unique about treasure maps and survey maps? Or did I skip that already?
Give me just a moment to pick the lock.
See, it is down here. Dang it. Stupid markers.
All right, let's get in and out as quick as we can.
Oh, yeah.
I don't sense anything.
This place.
Maybe the old man was bluffing.
Yep.
Fish biscuits.
I warned you, Ember.
So while Ember's hanging out,
I'll figure out a way down. That's it, you got it. Now let's get out of here before I set off something else.
can I kill you? Oh, yeah. Without my birds. That was fun. Oh, I know what I was saying. Yes. A friend of mine didn't realize that if you had multiple survey maps, you could get them to respawn just by going a certain distance away from the area where they were. And so he was logging out and logging back in to
the old ritual circle is a place of power.
Get them to
maybe
reload.
if luck is with us. The ritual
And you know,
circle is
it's just one
up
of
the
those
hill.
embarrassing
I'll meet you
things
there.
where, it's like the first time you walk into a trial by yourself and you don't know what it is, and you're wondering why you can't get past the first room. We've all been there. All right. Now we just have to go to the ritual circle, and then there's some fireworks, and then we have Ember. And then I will tell you a little bit about rapport and the things that level them up.
I'm here. First, we need to set the ritual flame. There's 3 around.
And then
Disturb not my rest.
it will be time for me to say goodbye to all you.
Light the 3 ritual flames here. I'll get the ones on the altar.
Okay, gotta do some stuff. Do things. Do the things. Doing the thing. Doing the other thing. Do I have another thing? One more thing. Okay, the things are done. Now Ember does the thing.
It's done. The spell is set.
It's the gateway to forever.
We should be able to see it materialize.
Sorry, unless you're a Star Trek fan, you won't get that. City on the edge of forever.
Any second now.
And now we get to watch sparklers. Yay!
We did it! Come on,
Ember
let's
is
get back to
always
the
this happy. And unless sometimes when you talk to her, I just want to hug her. Sometimes when you talk to her, she says, "Did I do something wrong?"
Refuse to work under these
She's like,
conditions. I was turned into a
I
guar.
want to comfort the poor girl.
Of course, full dresser. I promise to address the situation.
All right.
See that you do.
So the Magister, this
Well,
crazy
Dressa
guy
sold
with
me out,
the wild
didn't she?
hair,
Let me speak to your associate first, Ember.
is going to release her into my care.
I don't just like exactly.
Hey, you. Let's talk while Magister Irin
Oh, there are
collects
just
his
too
thoughts.
many embers here right now. 1, 2, 3. Here, wait. I think no. Okay, 3 embers.
I thought Magister Irin would be as mad as a wet dragon, but, well, I think it's time. Ember this.
Yay!
Magister Irin,
now have
I'm grateful
embers.
for your teachings and your patience, but I think it's time for me to move on.
The world is an excellent teacher for one of your talents, Ember. Do write
Okay,
me
so I don't know who
occasionally.
Weeping
I
Willow
should go
is.
pack my things. And
but-
say goodbye to Holdressa.
Do you think they
Not a
know that
chance.
that's not how you spell weeping? Arg. Okay, so now I can summon Ember. And now we'll talk just a little bit about the rapport stuff. So when you go in
Hey, you. Everything?
to the overview, you get the sliding scale that lets you know where you stand with your companion. So right now, Ember is cordial. She appreciates that I put up with her. There are a bunch of things you can do to make rapport get higher, and there are a few things you can do that make it go lower. Why do you want to get their rapport up? Well, there's a couple things. If you haven't done it with any of, if you have a companion that you have not maxed out their rapport with one of your characters yet, you at least want to get it done with one character because it gives you a special bonus. With Ember, that will be the hidden wallets that's mentioned on the screen right now, so that when you're pickpocketing, you'll sometimes get a hidden wallet. With Miri, it's a hidden treasure that will show up, I believe, in your treasure chests. With Isobel, it is a Fallen Knights pack that you get when you take out a world boss. And with Bastion, it's a completely useless upgrade to the potions that you're not using anyway. So you get, instead of getting an Essence of Magicka, you get a potent Essence of Magicka. And the damn thing isn't even worth more gold when you sell it. So completely useless. But the cool thing is that when you get all of the achievements for one of these, and the achievements for the first 2 are under Blackwood, and for Ember and Isobel, they are under High Isle. When you get all of them, this one, So you get the companion, which means you've done all our companion quests. I'll mention that in a moment. You max out your rapport with them. You summon them while they're at max level, which means getting their combat level all the way up to 20, and having max rapport with them. Then you get this keepsake, which in Ember's case is called the Luxury Thieves Tools. For Isobel, it is Stendar's Sweets Vault. And these keepsakes mean that from that point on, you qualify to get those bonuses, the hidden wallets, the hidden treasure, those kind of things, anytime any of your characters does that. So even if you have a character who has never gotten Ember, if somebody has gotten Ember and gotten the achievement that gives you the keepsake, then they still have a chance of getting a hidden wallet whenever they pickpocket. After that, doing it with the other characters isn't as important, but gaining rapport is what gives you the quests that you learn their backstory on, which is really kind of interesting. So back in that achievements list, their companion quests, they have 4 companion quests, and you get them at certain points in the rapport level, not their combat level, not their abilities level, but when their rapport advances to a certain degree with each character, you get them. So that way, if you hit a particular combat level with a companion, it's not like you're going to get 4 quests on them from each of your other, or get multiple quests from them at once. You have to ramp up their rapport individually to get them with each character. That got a little confusing. In my defense, I think my blood sugar is getting a little low, and I probably have to go make some popcorn. And this is going to be a convenient time to do that. So this is Auburn Wonder and Winston, the Wonder Beagle, signing off for the night. If you are listening and you haven't followed me yet on Twitch, please do so. I am also archiving all my videos here on Twitch and also on my YouTube channel, which is linked on Twitch. They only stick around for about 7 to 14 days on Twitch, but they will be on YouTube forever. So if you need to send somebody here for info on how to do any of these things, you can find them there. Thanks so much for signing in tonight. It was great to have you guys with me, and happy questing. Good night.